I'm not deaf. I'm hearing impaired. Evidently, I've been this way most of my life, but I didn't know it. I'm told that the damage was done a long time ago and is probably due to growing up, living with chain smokers. There was always this floating cloud of secondhand smoke that you could see and pucker and blow lightly into the cloud and watch the smoke move and undulate. I was sick a lot as a child and had repeated bouts of bronchitis and severe ear infections. When I was 17, it got so bad my ear canals swelled shut. It took a week of visiting the doctor's office for treatment every day before he could finally see my eardrums again. They were healing up, but scarred badly. Years went by and I learned to compensate for what I couldn't hear, and I learned to read lyrics somewhat, and I could remember what words sounded like, and I'd combine my memory with the sound of the words that I could hear. I didn't know I was doing that, it just became my normal. People would occasionally complain to me that I wasn't listening to them like I should, or that I was ignoring them, and I'd try to convince them that I could hear them, I just couldn't always understand what they were saying at times, and I tried to do better, and I tried to convince people to look at me as they were talking to me instead of talking to me as they walked away. Sometimes they'd cooperate, and other times they'd get frustrated with me and tease me. I'm trying to adapt to wearing hearing aids now. Yes, I can hear more sound, but I hear it all. All the white noise is turned up full blast, and I'm supposed to understand people trying to talk to me? It can be confusing and frustrating trying to pick out the voices from the white noise, but my brain may eventually learn how to do that. The neurons have to figure it out, create a new normal. I do my best to keep up, but I'm ashamed and frustrated that I can't do as well as other people. The first time that I came home with hearing aids, I could hear the sound of every tire of every car on the road spinning and humming along with the motor and my fan's AC and the air rushing through the vents, the whoosh, the hums, the buzz, the whirls, plus the sound of every car next to me, in front of me, and behind me. I'd never heard those sounds at the same time before. Try listening to people try to talk to you with 15 different versions of white noise simultaneously blaring in your ear at the same time. It can be confusing and frustrating. When I got home and got out of my car, I stopped dead in my tracks because it sounded like a million birds were chattering above my head in the treetops. I'd never heard that. Before, all I could hear were the loudest chirps and tweets. A symphony of birds singing in my front yard. I had cotton shoved in my ears. My doctor told my parents that she didn't know how I functioned normally with my level of hearing loss. My brain has to relearn how to hear again with these hearing aids. When I take them out for the night, my world sound gets really quiet. I can still hear people trying to talk to me, but they sound like they're far away. The cotton clogs my ears. What were to happen if my hearing aids were to break? Well, my world sound would mute at the most inconvenient and embarrassing times. I guess I'll deal with that if or when I have to. You know, I never wanted to admit to anyone that I couldn't hear them, but that realization helped me. I can still do a good job, but I have to acknowledge that my limitations do exist, and that I can find ways to overcome them. I do well when it's just a few people and quiet discussions, so I can combine my memory with the sound of their words that I can hear, read their lips. The bigger the group, the more difficult it becomes. It's strange to think that at one point in my life, I was like everyone else, and now I'm not. And I know my morbidity is relative compared to someone born deaf, but no matter if you were born with a disability or developed one later in life, you are not broken. You are not deficient. You are whole. My hearing impairment is a part of me, yes, but it is not my flaw.